From Montana, Mr. Rosendale is now recognized for 5
Thank you
minutes.
so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you very much for holding this important hearing. In fiscal year 2024, the American taxpayers allocated nearly $7 billion in discretionary and operational funding for the National Park Service. If Congress expects the public to support significant investments, it's our responsibility to ensure that these cherished landmarks and parks are not misused as platforms for anti-American activities by foreign-aligned individuals. While foreign nationals are welcome to visit and appreciate our parks, they must do so with respect for our country, its lands, and its people. As a staunch supporter of the First Amendment and the right to peacefully protest, I emphasize that this right does not extend to violence or the desecration of our national symbols or our public property. Unfortunately, during the recent events, rioters violated the conditions of their legally obtained permit. This raises critical questions about the responses of both the agency that issued the permit and the local police who appeared to stand by as one of the Capitol's most iconic landmarks was desecrated, a site that serves as the first impression for many visitors who come to our city. I would like to know how many dual citizens or non-American nationals were involved in this protest turned riot and what penalties they're facing. Have they been deported yet? And if not, when? And what steps this committee can take to prevent such incidents from taking place in the future? Our significant landmarks must remain protected, clean, and free from the malicious intent of foreign actors. Thank you for the witnesses for joining us today, and I look forward to having your comments. Mr. Cuvalier, I want to stay on this line of questioning, trying to identify exactly what the process is. I like process. That way we have some kind of consistency, the consistent application of the law, and recognizing that the great risk of jeopardizing First Amendment rights. Are there clear guidelines which would give you the ability to deny a permit? What are the main points, and why weren't they used on the request from the Answer Coalition, an organization with a history of violent and destructive actions?
Thank you for your question, sir. The criteria for which a permit could be denied is expressed in 36 CFR 7.96.
Could you give us just a couple of points, 3 points that you look to and say, this is what we're basing this on?
Sure. One would be that the location is already permitted for another event or activity, as I indicated earlier. The second would be that there's a clear and present danger. That extension of that authority goes with the officer in charge during the event, which is what occurred in this case. When the clear and present danger occurred about 40 minutes into the permitted event, they then revoked the permit. So there is a revocation clause, if you will, within the permitting process.
But is there language in there that gives you the ability, by identifying a group that has demonstrated violence and destruction previously, to give you the ability to deny that permit from the onstart?
There's nothing in the regulation that indicates prior conduct would be a cause for future permitted events.
Okay. You noted that 4 individuals involved in this protest have been arrested, while 3 additional suspects remain under investigation. Why has it taken 6 months to complete the investigation for the 3 suspects?
Thank you for the question. We've worked with our partners with the FBI who issued this public bulletin that provided photographs asking for the public contributing to help us identify. That's what led to several of these arrests. We appreciate the public's participation in providing those tips and leads. We've been working with the Department of Justice as well with regard to ongoing investigations. Although the First Amendment permit has ended, the investigation is ongoing, sir.
So regarding the 4 arrested individuals, are all 4 American citizens?
I do not have that information in front of me, sir. I'll have to take that back.
4 people, and you don't have that information available to you right now?
Sir, I just did not.
The first 4 arrests that were made, you don't have that? So we can't determine. My next question, which is any of the non-citizens all unlawfully present in the United States at the time of their involvement?
I do not know the citizen status of those who were arrested, sir.
By any chance, Mr. Greenblatt, would you have that information?
No, sir, we were not involved in the investigation, so unfortunately, I don't
So
have
we
that.
don't even know right now if any of the people that were participating in this were non-citizens or not. Mr. Chair, I see my time is very nearly expired. I will yield back.
I thank the gentleman from Montana.